Yes, guys, welcome back to another vid from Mutal FC, and today we got another banging vid for you. Today we got Week 28 predictions. As a United fan, that performance yesterday was fucking dreadful, man. What the fuck is Ollie doing? Setting up negatively against every goddamn top 6 team. I don't want to play for fucking draws. I didn't ask for Mourinho Park the Bus FC, man. I want a manager who attacks teams, not parks the bus and plays freaking McFred. McTominay, Fred, McFred. Why are we playing McFred every fucking time against top 6?
Oh my!
Wow, we have Donny Van de Beek on the bench. I don't care if he's 50% fit. That dude's a Champions League semi-finalist player. And we have fucking McFred playing. Now, with all due respect, Fred actually played decent yesterday. McTominay has improved in the last couple months. But oh my god, I'm gonna fucking smash my head on a wall. Ollie's like, yeah, we're gonna close the gap on City. We're gonna push them till the fucking end. Bro, they're running away. They're running away. Jesse Lingard's doing more, and he's playing for West Ham. Man, he's playing for West Ham, and he's doing more for us. And we're fucking drawing Chelsea. Chelsea shit. Like, I honestly think Chelsea probably had the better chance in that game with Giroud. He probably should have got his head onto that. United didn't really have any chances. We had maybe that Scott McTominay shot that Mendy saved, but it was just a shit game. But the only thing I'll say to all you like media out there, Chelsea fans, all these other fans, it was on you guys to win the game. Everyone knows this title race is over. City are gonna win this league. So I don't know why the media is trying to portray United as like, why are they playing for a draw? The draw is good for us. Still 6 points clear of Chelsea, 7 or 6 points clear of Liverpool, 1 point clear of Leicester. We're still second. This is how shit this league is. Every time United drop points, we're still somehow second. How do we lose to Sheffield and still be fucking second? The rest of you 18 teams are just ass. I can't do anything about that. But I'm going on a tangent on tangent. The big game this week is City United. It didn't go too well in the Carabao Cup. But people saying, United always park the bus. Bro, Pep played 2 CDMs against us at Old Trafford. That's all I'm saying. My man played 2 CDMs against us as well. Sometimes it's also the opponent team that's playing negatively. But I think this time, City are playing 10 times better. They're going to get the win, let's be honest. 2-0 to City, I hate to say it, but yeah, rip.
Yeah, I'm going 0-0 tie. I've expected too much out of these Big 6 games with United, so I'm going to stop expecting a lot and just expect what's probably going to happen, which is just a terrible, boring game between the two sides. Like, if you look at United against Big 6 this year, just in the Prem, we started out losing 6-1. I'm not going to lie, out of all the other games, that was probably the most entertaining because we actually scored a goal, led in 6. After that, we tied Chelsea 0-0. We lose to Arsenal 1-0. And then City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, we go 0-0, 0-0, 0-0, and 0-0 again. So, like, we're probably going to go 0-0 against Liverpool, City this week, too. So I have a 0-0 tie.
Yeah, I'm gonna second that. Like, this is gonna be 0-0. No one's gonna watch this. But, like, this is my thing, right? When like people like hit on Ollie for like setting up defensively, right? Like, Hasenhüttl got thrashed 9-0 twice, right? And like you can do that as Southampton manager, but if you do that as United manager, like you're gonna get sacked. So like you have to play defensive. And like Vig mentioned it with McTominay and Fred, right? Like you could honestly make that as like a sandwich for like McDonald's, but that's another matter. And my thing with Giroud is, right, like he had one chance in that game. I think like it sat up for him and he like blasted it out of the stadium. This is the Giroud that like we saw in the second half of 15-16, right? Like Ozil's creating chance after chance and he can't finish it, right? Like Chelsea are gonna like lose out on top 4, but I'm rambling. We'll cover that when we go to Chelsea. But now let's move on to Arsenal versus Burnley.
Yeah, Arsenal-Burnley, I think game is going to go favor Arsenal. I think Arsenal are going to win this 2-0. Arsenal really surprised me against Leicester. I'll give it to you guys, the Arsenal fans. You won the game without Saka, the whole game, I believe. I think Aubameyang only came in the second half. The rotation was good from Arteta, and you still made, Willian somehow sauce. I mean, let's be honest, Willian does this yearly, like once a year, like an insane performance. He showed up against a big team against Leicester, so I'll give him the credit. I think Burnley have been a little poor recently. I think they just kind of dipped after that Liverpool game and just kind of in this like shitty period again. Arsenal looked like on the up. The Benfica game, fucking Aubameyang and Saka pulled them out of that shit, and then this win against Leicester is going to give them a lot of confidence boost. So yeah, 2-0 to Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm going 1-1 here. Props to Arsenal for winning against Leicester. I mean, people viewed that as an upset win. Arsenal viewed it as a Big 6 club. You're beating a team, not a small club, but like a team that's usually finishing mid-table, like Leicester, playing well this year. But still, Arsenal fans seem to think they already made the fucking Champions League just for beating Leicester. Newsflash, you're still sitting in 10th place. So I just think after all these big wins, Arsenal seem to tank somehow. So I think a Burnley team that's just going to sit back and defend the whole time seems like the perfect way for Arsenal just to choke. So I have a 1-1 tie.
Yeah, I have a 3-1 to Arsenal just because I think like Burnley just got thrashed 4-0 by Spurs. They're gonna play Leicester, and like I mean, even though Leicester like have some injuries, they're gonna beat Burnley. I just think like obviously Arsenal are like too good, but like this is the thing with Arsenal, right? Like Ceballos is not a good player, right? Like we saw it with the 2 fuck-ups against Benfica. Like he'll get found out, and like maybe Burnley will get a goal through that. But I'll link it above. You got to watch Roy Keane and Jamie Redknapp go at it, right? I think Roy Keane wound up Jamie Redknapp by saying Real Madrid let Reguilon go for a reason. And I think Real Madrid let Ceballos go for a reason, right? He's just a shit player. But moving on to Villa Wolves.
Yeah, Villa Wolves, this is going to be a good game. I believe it's a derby, if I'm not wrong. But I'm going to have to go Villa 1-0. I think it's going to be a tight game because Wolves are a very compact side. But with Villa, they impressed me against Leeds, kept Leeds really quiet, which is really hard to do, and also without Jack Grealish. Now, I know Jack Grealish might miss the Sheffield game this coming week, but I think he should be there for Wolves. So I think that's always going to be an added quality. I think Villa have overall been playing well for the most part. I know there's that loss to Leicester, but Leicester are a good side this year. And I think with Villa's 2-3 games in hand, I think they're going to have a late push to the top 6. And I think this win will be massive for them. So 1-0 to Villa, because I just also think with Wolves, I mean, a draw to Newcastle, it's just not good enough. And like Adama can put all the oil he wants on his body. You're not going to be scoring goals. You're not going to be scoring goals. And I'm not an Adama hater, but I always thought last season was kind of a one-season wonder. I always had my reservations with the guy because he couldn't do it before last season in Middlesbrough and teams like that. And I just felt like he was just having one decent season for himself. So honestly, I mean, Adama's got to step it up. But yeah, I think it's going to be 1-0 Villa.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 Aston Villa. I just think Wolves like desperately need Jimenez back. They still have not found a consistent goal scorer this year. And like to be honest, like probably if Jimenez was there, they're competing for Europa League, maybe Champions League, because this is a really good side. I just think without him there, they lack a consistent goal scoring threat. And with Jack Grealish coming back, I think it should be good enough for Aston Villa to win this game. So I have Aston Villa winning 2-1.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go for a 1-1 between Villa and Wolves. I like both teams. Like last week, that was nice, the Neto cross and the Neves header. And then for Villa, it was nice with the Watkins cross and the El Ghazi finish. But like Vig said, like Adama can pour all the oil he wants, like baby oil, like Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles. But like you're not doing anything, right? Like 0 assists, 0 goals. It's not looking too good. But moving on to Fulham Liverpool.
Yeah, so now just a heads up, guys, we are recording this before the midweek games, but with Liverpool, they got a good win against Sheffield, and like people are going to say, come on, Sheffield should be winning. Well, United didn't beat Sheffield, and Liverpool, with the amount of struggles they've had through the last couple, like 4 or 5 losses in a row, it was a good win that they needed, the confidence boost, especially with that Alisson, unfortunately, rest in peace to his dad, so he wasn't playing, Adrian was playing, and we know what Adrian can do. Like the Aston Villa game 7-2, fucking Atletico last year. The man's a clown at goalkeeping. We decided to turn up. But I think this Fulham game, it's going to be a hard one. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. And I'm saying that because Fulham are fighting for their lives. They're only 3 points behind Newcastle. They are clawing that gap back. And I think it's going to be hard for Liverpool. I don't trust that Kabak dude. Every time I watch him, the dude's suspect. So yeah, I think it's going to be 1-1.
So I have Liverpool winning this game 3-0. I just think, like Vignesh said, like the Sheffield win that Liverpool got last weekend was a huge confidence boost, and this is another relegation side where they could another win will lift their confidence. Fulham's definitely going to fight a lot more than Sheffield did. Fulham's proven this season that against the Big Six, they're going to keep it close no matter what. But I just think this Liverpool attack is just going to be too much for that Fulham defense, and they should have enough goals in them to win this game. So I have Liverpool 3-0.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go 1-0 to Fulham just because, like, I think Fulham's 3 points off of Newcastle to get out of the relegation zone. And, like, let's be honest, like, top 4 is gone for Liverpool, right? So, like, if I was Scotty Parker, like, mutually ask Jurgen Klopp, like, you guys are going to choke top 4. Just give us the win, right? So, yeah, 1-0 to Fulham. But moving on to Spurs Crystal Palace.
So Spurs Crystal Palace. I mean, this game, right? We never know what's gonna turn up with both of these teams compared to this season. But Spurs with a very strong performance against Burnley, very convincing. And people can say it's Burnley, but like, let's be real. Arsenal struggled, Liverpool struggled, even United struggled, even though they won. But Tottenham took care of Burnley. And what was the key difference? Gareth fucking Bale. What a performance from Gareth Bale. Insane performance. Maybe if Mourinho kept on playing him with Harry Kane and Son, they have an actual front three that can win games. So if Bale starts this game, I honestly think Tottenham can do another 3-0 against Crystal Palace. So I'm going to say 3-0 assuming Bale starts.
Yeah, so I have Spurs 1-0, and I'm going based off the same fact that Vig was just talking about. With Bale, Son, and Kane, you have like probably the best front three in the Premier League. And when they're all playing well, no one's stopping them, especially not Crystal Palace at all teams. So I think assuming Bale plays and he's playing as well as he has the past few games, I think Spurs should easily win this game, but I have them just winning 1-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a 3-1 to Spurs. I just think, like Vic said, with the nice performance from Bale, if you're Mourinho, right, like, you've got to play Bale, right? Like, I think you play him for two reasons, right? You play him, you get the front three playing well, you know, you buy yourself some favors with Levy, some moves in the summer window, and then two, you win over the fans, right? So, like, when you start doing this defensive shit and losing, like, you have a little bit of, like, rope, so you don't, like, completely lose them. But, yeah, moving on to Everton-Chelsea.
Yeah, so Chelsea-Everton. Okay, this is before the Chelsea-Liverpool game, so we don't know what's going to happen there. But Chelsea fans, I think there's a false sense of success at Chelsea right now. Now, I'm not saying they're doing bad. Like, they were conceding hella goals before under Lampard. They have reduced that massively. Like, I think it's 3 or 2 goals since Tuchel has been in charge. So that's fantastic. But they've also only scored like 10 goals in like 10 games. That's not good either. So they've sacrificed their defensive compactness their offensive ability for defensive compactness. So I think they still need to get that balance, get that system. Tuchel's been switching the team a lot too. I think he's still trying to find his best 11. But I don't see Chelsea scoring against Everton because Everton have been playing very good for the most part. And this is going to be controversial, but I think Everton are going to win this game 1-0. I just think Chelsea playing against United yesterday and Liverpool is going to drain a lot of energy of these players because Giroud can't play every freaking game. I think he'll play against Liverpool, but I don't think he can then also play against Everton again. That'd be like 4 games in 12 days. So he's going to be tired. So I think if Werner or Abraham plays, it's not going to be offered any threat. So I think if Everton are comfortable and they're going to win this game 1-0.
Yeah, so I have Chelsea winning this game 2-0. I think when Chelsea played United, they could have very easily won that game with some of the chances they had. I think they are very compact defensively, so you shutting down the likes of James, Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin in that game will definitely increase your chances of winning. So I think if players like Timo Werner, if they choose to show up that game, I think they should easily win this game. If they don't choose to show up, it's still going to be a struggle. I still do see them winning. So I have them winning 2-0.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go for 2-2 between Everton and Chelsea. Just because I think, like, with Everton, like, Richarlison's playing well, and, like, I think him on Azpilicueta is going to be a good matchup. And like Vig said, right, like, Giroud's old, he's 34. Azpilicueta's old, he's 30-something. I just think like Chelsea haven't done well, like only scoring the 10 goals, and like most games they always keep the ball. Like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to dominate possession as much as you want against Everton. So yeah, that's why I'm going 2-2. But moving on to West Ham Leeds.
West Ham Leeds, like, this is going to be an exciting game. I think West Ham are actually going to win this 2-0. I think people are saying West Ham are going to drop off, just like Southampton did, or these other teams that were in the top 4 initially. I think West Ham are saying that they're going to be here in the long run. They put a good performance against City. City edged it 2-1, yes, right? But they gave them a game. And even if you see David Moyes come out and say, "Oh, we put a strong, I'm proud of the boys," and like, I know managers are going to come out and say that a lot, but like, from watching the game, I thought West Ham played very well. I thought it was a very tight game that City just had the extra quality in. I think West Ham are playing fantastic. Leeds disappointed me in the Villa game, I'm not going to lie, not taking advantage of the fact that no Jack Grealish. And to be honest, Leeds had a lot of chances. Like, they did dominate the ball, but they just didn't take any of those chances. And that's the risk of playing with Bamford. I know he has like 12, 13 goals. People are saying he should get called up to England, but people have to realize he's missed the most best chances in the league or something like that, the most expected goals. Like, he's missed most of them. So that's not great for him. And England's not going to create 50 chances like Leeds do. Like, England are so negative with Southgate. but that's another whole point. I just think West Ham are playing fantastic. They're gonna push for top four. I could see them somehow make it. I could see them be the fourth spot. So I think they're going to get the vital win here.
I have West Ham winning this game 4-2. I just think Leeds against the teams like pretty much like in the top half of the table, it's a guarantee they're going to let in goals. I think they're going to let in at least 2 goals because when you play these teams with these like great attackers, they know how to find these spaces that you leave open, and they're going to get in them, and they're going to score. They're going to end up scoring at some point. So I have West Ham putting in 4, mostly because Leeds are just not going to defend. At the same time, I do think Leeds are going to score a few because they are also going to be attacking. And it's not like West Ham's defense is like someone like City's where it's just they're just going to keep a clean sheet every game. So I have West Ham winning this game 4-2.
I'm going to go 2-1 to West Ham. Right, I think like last weekend with the City West Ham game, right? Like obviously Diaz Stones was nice, but like the Antonio goal was nice. I think Lingard got the assist. So you score against City, right? Like you can score leads. Leeds love shipping goals. And then like Vig mentioned with Bamford, right? Like he's missing a lot of chances, but like I think he'll still score this game maybe, but it'll be close. So yeah, 2-1 to West Ham. But yeah, other than that, subscribe, check us out, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.